what's up, bug nerds? My name is Rebecca, and today I'm going to be talking with you about some popular books that I have not read. And if you stay tuned to the end of the video, I'm going to be doing a mini unboxing, so make sure you watch until the end to see what books I got in the mail today. The books that I mentioned today are some of your favorite books. I'm sorry I have not read them. I do plan on reading most of the books that I'm going to be talking about today, so don't lose hope, but if one of these books I mentioned is one of your favorites, don't be too disappointed or don't be too mad. Alright, let's get into the video. The first book I'm going to be talking about today is Mouse, or My Father Bleeds History. This is a graphic novel, and I feel like it's a pretty popular graphic novel. I don't know that much about the graphic novel community or the literature of graphic novels, but I have heard about this one. And I haven't read it, but I am taking a graphic novels class this semester in college, and so we are reading Mouse. And so I will be reading it very shortly. It is a World War II graphic novel about the Holocaust, and it's told from like an animal's perspective or something like that. I'm not sure quite what it's about, but there is some of the inside of it. I haven't really looked too much into it yet, but it looks really interesting, and I'm excited to read this book soon. The next book I have is Wonder by R.J. Palacio. This is shortly going to become a movie, and I have seen the trailer many times. I think it looks like a wonderful movie, and I haven't read it yet, although my librarian has been recommending this book to me since like 2014, and I still haven't picked it up yet. But I do plan on picking it before the end of November, which is when the movie comes out. And I am really looking forward to reading this book because the movie looks amazing, and I'm sure the book is just as good or even better. Story follows our main character Augie, who has a facial deformity, and so he's never been to an actual school before. He's been homeschooled, and in the 5th grade he decides that he wants to go to a public school, and it's his journey of going to the public school with the facial deformity that he has and being bullied by the different kids because of the way he looks. And it just sounded like a really awesome story, and I'm going to get to this book very soon. The book I have not read is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green, or really any John Green novel. I've seen the movie for A Fault in Our Stars, so I really don't plan on reading the book just because I know what the story is about, and it's come out so long ago. And I don't know if I'll read Turtles All the Way Down. It doesn't sound too appealing to me, so I probably won't pick it up. But I've never read any of John Green's novels, and I really don't have a desire to really read any of his novels. The next book that I have never read might come as a surprise to a lot of you, and that is Twilight by Stephenie Meyer. I have never read any of the Twilight books. I've never seen the movies, and sorry guys, but when Twilight came out, I was too young. Never read it when it came out, and by now I just feel like I've missed the Twilight train. The series I feel like is more seen as a joke now, and I really just have no desire to read Twilight. I know that they're not the best books written, and I know what happens in them. I know who Bella ends up with, so I really don't see any point in so long since it's come out, and I've never even read it. The next book that I've never read is Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. I really do plan on reading this book. I just finished Carry On last month, and I really enjoyed it, and I just have never picked up Fangirl, but now that I've read Carry On, and I know Simon and Bass's story, I am really looking forward to reading Fangirl, and I plan to do that pretty soon. I'm not sure when, but I do plan on picking it up very soon. The last book that I have never read, can't really count because I am currently listening to it, but that is A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. I had heard about this book when I joined BookTube, and I was really intrigued by it, and I really wanted to read it, but I had just never gotten around to taking the opportunity to actually read it. And then I was looking for a new audiobook to listen to since I finished Carry On, and I decided to pick up A Darker Shade of Magic because it is pretty long, and so it would take me a while to listen to it, and I'm enjoying it so far. I only have like 3 hours left of the audiobook left, so I'm almost done with it, but I have not completed it, so that is why it is partially on this list. all the books that I have never read. I'm sorry if some of those were your favorite, especially like Twilight and John Green. I know I'm a terrible person, but I've just never read those. You know, there's no shame in that. Now let's get into the unboxing. What I have is this one, and I already know what's in here, but let's try to get this open. I never get it put in there. Look, there's a little hole that was already in here. Awesome. They understand my pain. The struggle is real. Alright, and the book that was in here was The Rabbis Cat by Joanne Safar. Probably how you say your name. I don't know. But this is a book for my graphic novels class. I joined the class late, so I wasn't able to order my books on time, like when I normally order my books, which is like a month before classes start. I kind of like learning school books, or just, you know, any books in general. But this is the only book that I could not find at my local library or my school library, so I had to order it. But I don't honestly know what this book is about, but it has some color pictures in it, and I feel like it might be about Jews or Middle Eastern people, considering the author's last name, but I don't exactly know. But it looks pretty cool, and you know, cats are kind of cool. I'm not a big animal person, but you know, it'd be fun to read about a cat. Never, you know, really read about a cat before, so that's that book. And the next package is one that I'm like super excited about. It's from Amazon. Love Amazon. I just put too much money on there, but you know, it's okay. And the book that I received from Amazon is The Tower of Dawn by Sarah J. Maas. But I'm really happy to have this book. It looks so good. It's like in pristine condition, because the last time I ordered a book from Amazon, the dust jacket was torn. And I was pretty mad. But you know, what can you do? But it looks so good. It smells good. It's got that new book smell. That's what the cover looks like. We'll just undress this book a little bit. There's nothing on the cover, and that's what the spine looks like. But I don't think any of Sarah J. Maas's books have like stuff on the cover. I only own one of them. I only own Crown of Midnight, and that's in the paperback, so I've never actually like seen the underside of one of her hardcovers. But I feel like they don't have anything on the inside. But I'm really excited about this book. It's so pretty, and I'm really excited to read it and see more about Kale, because I really miss him. I like Kale. That might be not a popular opinion, but I really like Kale, and I don't like Rowan. But we're not going to talk about that today, because Rowan is not going to be in this book, hopefully, and Kale will be. So that is definitely good with me. That is all for my video today. Let me know down in the comments below whether you have read any of the books that I mentioned today, or you got Tower of Dawn, or any of the other books that came out today. And happy book birthday to Tower of Dawn, and They Both Die at the End by Adam Silveria, and The Dreadful Tale of Prosper Redding by Alexandra Bracken. I think that's the name of it. But happy book birthday to all the books that came out today. And until my next video, happy reading!